in Sunday's win over the Tennessee Titans, with DeMarco Murray and the Cowboys running game doing most of the work. Romo threw for only 176 yards, but Dallas racked up 220 yards on the ground. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones says he's fine with Romo taking a back seat if that means they keep winning.
I'm probably the one that's standing right behind Tony and saying, yes, we like seeing that. When you can have that balance, and that's a word that's overused, balance, and the other day we had more of a lean toward the run, and we'll take it. That offensive line played lights out for us, but when you can have more of a balance, which means that you're not sitting there with a high ratio of passes by Romo, then I think we're seeing you have a better chance for your defense to be more effective, play less plays, better field position. All of it works together. And so the way we played Romo the other day fits me just fine and fits him just fine, and it's called winning, and that's what we're here for.
It's called winning. That's what we're here for. They're not here for the show, Skip. They're here for winning.
So he says.
We're putting the Dallas Cowboys on the hook. Do you expect less Romo moving forward, Stephen A.?
That remains to be seen. I'm not sure. I don't trust Jerry Jones that he truly means that. I certainly don't trust Jason Garrett in assuming that he means that. But at the same time, these are not idiots. They're just unproductive football men. What I will say is that they have the second leading rushing attack in the NFL. DeMarco Murray's got, 285 yards rushing in the first 2 games of this season, averaging 5.6 yards a carry. To me, if there's ever an excuse to take the ball out of Tony Romo's hands and put it in the hands of somebody else, I would go with DeMarco Murray. It's just that simple to me. And by the way, Dez Bryant has 14 catches for 158 yards in the first 2 games. So to me, yeah, you could give it to Romo to get it to Dez Bryant, but with DeMarco Murray running the football as effectively as he's running it, I think that's exactly what the Dallas Cowboys need. Number one, you're taking the ball out of Tony Romo's hands, so you're not exposing his back to the excessive amount of shots coming off the back surgery. DeMarco Murray was the 3rd leading rusher in all of the NFL the last half of last season. I think that works to their benefit. Plus, you're talking about ball control and moving the change, which doesn't expose this suspect defense, although it has looked impressive over the first 2 weeks, specifically the last 2 quarters. But you're not exposing this suspect defense to a lot of offenses. And I think that's going to help the team as well. So I'll take Jerry Jones at his word. It remains to be seen if he's telling the truth. Do I believe it totally? Hell no. But it is what it is at this particular moment in time. They've got the number 2 rushing attack, and they just won a game. So I'll take him at his word for now.
Since I don't curse, I'm going to say heck no. I'm going to give you a heck no on Jerry Jones.
I don't consider hell a curse word, but go ahead.
I'm kidding. I don't trust it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to trust my Dallas Cowboys. I love the formula I saw on the road at Tennessee, in which they rushed the ball 43 times. And do not discount the contributions of the 2 other backs. Joseph Randle and Lance Dunbar are pretty good, and they can spell the big guy, because I'm not sure the big guy, DeMarco, our guy on the show, he doesn't say much, but boy, he can carry that mail. I'm not sure he can last. He tends to get a little beat up, and I hope he does, because that's their formula for success. Here's my point about Jerry Jones' Dallas Cowboys. I got to the point last year where I thought Jerry crossed the line and became a little more interested in spectacular moral victories, as in close losses. See 51-48 Peyton over Romo at home at Jerry World, in which Romo threw for 506 yards. Stephen A., my fear is that when they are at home at Jerry World, and this week they're in St. Louis, so I don't have to worry about this, but when they're at home, I feel like Jerry wants to put on a little more of a show. Like there's a little more pressure, I feel like. Maybe it's unspoken pressure. It's just it's sort of between the lines pressure to put on a show by throwing the football. Because Tony Romo, when he gets hot, he can light it up. Unfortunately, it can also be 51-48 because the other quarterback's going to get the ball a whole lot too. I loved what I saw because at Tennessee they ran it 43 times. He threw it only 29 times, and he threw for only 148. But I think Tony's just fine with that. Tony Romo, I think he's fine. He doesn't need to, like, I'm never sure Jay Cutler is fine with what happened the other night in San Francisco. I think Jay Cutler wants to put on his show. But in Tony Romo's case, I think he's like, fine, I'm happy handing off. If our offensive line is mauling them, which they were, as Jerry said, they were lights out on the run, you know, blocking for the run. But keep the ball out of Tony's hands a little bit. As you said, keep him protected a little better. Keep him from throwing 3 interceptions as he did against San Francisco. Keep him from fumbling. Just hammer away and keep the defense off the field. The defense has been much better than any of us thought, certainly me. But it has helped that the time of possession on Sunday was in Dallas's favor. So I will believe it when I see it when they get back to Jerry.
Look at Stephen A's face.
Right. Did I see you?
Right.
Did you yawn a second ago? I think you yawned.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did. But it wasn't because of you, Skip. Because when you speak, when you articulate yourself, you're just so excited.
You are.
The problem is this what you're talking about here. It's Jerry and the Cowboys. Of course, I yawned.
Well, they're going to win 10 games this year, so
boy.
just keep
And
on
the
sleeping
division.
on the
by
Dallas
default.
Cowboys.
And the division.
Keep on
according to
sleeping.
him. All right.
Although I must tell you,
I'm snoring at
I'm
them.
a little afraid of this kid named Austin Davis, this Rams quarterback. You know,
You're concerned.
walk on at Southern Miss, undrafted, and all of a sudden he goes to Tampa and wins. Is it possible he's going to beat my Dallas Cowboys?
Don't worry.
Austin Davis.
Don't even worry about it. Since drafting DeMarco Murray in 2011, Cowboys are 12-1 when he has 20-plus carries.
There you go.
There is.
Thank you.
There is the recipe.
Next question.
I know, we're done. 10 games this year.